When it comes to the devil, most folks, including Christians, usually envision the popular Hollywood caricature of the dude in the red pajamas, or a grotesque fanged creature with dark eyes and bloody body stacked like cordwood lying in his wake. However, if one surveys the Bible, a completely different picture starts to take form. Hello, I'm Jerry Johnson, and I welcome you to this edition of Against the World.
This edition of Against the World is brought to you by the Puritan Hard Drive. Paul Washer writes, "Having the Puritan hard drive is like owning the largest Puritan and Reformed library in the world, along with a full-time research assistant with his PhD in Puritan studies. With the click of a button, you can easily do 10 hours worth of research in just seconds." For more information on the Puritan hard drive, go to www.puritandownloads.com. And by Alan Smith, who humbly and prayerfully longs for reformation in the church to bring it back to the true gospel of Jesus Christ.
Satan, also known as the devil, makes his first appearance in the Bible in Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as, or like, God, knowing good and evil. Now, contrary to popular opinion, Satan, the founder of rebellion, wants to be just like God, and I mean just like God. His dream is not to be the antithesis or opposite of God. He wants to reflect God's holy character, honor, and majesty. In the words of the Apostle Paul, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. You see, beloved, the devil believes he can do it all on his own. Therefore, he does not need his creator. Isaiah captures this delusion on the part of the devil in chapter 14 of his prophetic book. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine own heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. This is why the Apostle Paul warned the church at Corinth with these words, For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. The late Dr. Donald Gray Barnhouse, pastor of 10th Presbyterian Church in Philadelphia, made this observation many years ago. What if, he asked, Satan took control of a city? What if he made the laws, wrote the city codes, and regulated the schools? What would the city look like, not only visibly, but morally? Dr. Barnhouse speculated, and I believe rightly so, that the city would not be a bastion of immoral activity, but the exact opposite. Alcoholism and drug addiction would disappear. Men would honor their wives and be faithful. Pornography would be banished. Divorce unheard of. Children well behaved. Everyone in Satan's city would appear God-like. And most importantly, the churches would be filled every Sunday but Christ and Him crucified would never be preached. My friends, and please hear me on this, the true religion of Satan is moralism. Just because a person, be they your next door neighbor or a political candidate, embraces the morality of Christianity, it does not make them a Christian, nor does it make them a friend of Christ. In fact, the exact opposite. Moralism without Christ is a false religion, a true counterfeit, and embracement of the first rebellion. Historically, moralism was and has been the greatest enemy of the church. Starting with the heretic Pelagius, the semi-Pelagianism of the 6th century, right down to our present day with such false prophets as Joseph Smith and the cult of Mormonism he helped founded. Beloved, the next time you're considering whether or not a person is a Christian, you have to focus in on their doctrinal conviction, what they profess, and the confession that backs it up. Think well upon it. Until next week, this is Jerry Johnson standing contra mundum against the world and moralism.